Representative Acomb, welcome. Would you like to move your bill?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yes, I would like to move that House File 1788 be laid over for possible consideration.
Okay. I understand that you have an author's amendment. Would you like to put the bill in the shape which you would like it?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yes, similar to House File 1787, there are a couple of amendments. I would like to, on page 1, line 13, add the insert, this appropriation may only be expended on activities located within the electric service area of the public utility subject to Minnesota statute.
Okay, now, there is an amendment to that. Oh, we're not going to hear that amendment, so I don't see any discussion. All those in favor of Representative Acomb's amendment, say aye. Aye. Any opposition? The amendment is adopted.
Which amendment did we just adopt?
The A3, which,
I just was asking. Thank you.
yeah, we just adopted that, but there was a decline to add the A6 amendment, which was, you have in your packet, so that was not offered.
Thank you.
Okay?
So, Madam Chair, now that we've adopted that amendment, may I ask a question?
Sure.
Sure.
Representative.
Thank you. Madam Chair, and then for either the author or the testifiers. So with the adoption of that amendment, it looks like we're excluding several Minnesota colleges and universities from being recipients of that. Do we know which campuses, or do we have a rough idea of which campuses are included and not included now that the amendment's been adopted?
I think we can ask, our testifier will be able to help with that. Would you like to introduce him?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. This is Mr. Greg Ewig he's a Senior Director of Capital Development from MnSCU. Help us with that.
Sure can. Thank you, Chair, Representative. Thank you. As it is currently constructed with the amendment, it would cover about 21 of our campuses out of 54 total.
So 21 would be eligible, 33 are not. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Thank you.
All right, so would you like to tell us about your bill?
Thank you, Madam Chair. And so the second bill is similar to the one we just discussed and is focused on the Minnesota State colleges and universities. House File 1788, the renewable energy transition for Minnesota State colleges and universities. It appropriates $6 million to MnSCU to establish goals and benchmarks for a rapid transition to renewable sources of energy on campuses and requires reporting to the legislature on their on their progress. It has similar goals and benefits to the previous bill, and I can certainly go back over those. I think we probably remember them, and maybe I can offer Mr. Ewig a chance to tell us a little bit about what's going on with MnSCU currently.
Welcome.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, representatives. First, thank you for the opportunity to address the bill before the committee. We think the bill represents a timely opportunity to accelerate planning and deployment of renewable energy on our campuses. The opportunity offers not only a clean energy supply, but also possible academic opportunities on our campuses as well. I'm pleased to report that our efforts in improving energy efficiency on our 54 campuses is starting to pay dividends. As of 2017, the system has reduced annual energy consumption by about 14% overall and achieved a 13% reduction in CO2 emissions over our 2009 baseline. As the final energy bills are tabulated for 2018, we're expecting another reduction in our consumption of about 1 to 2%. In other words, the investment in efficiencies is working and means that every dollar not spent on utility costs is a dollar that can be reinvested in academics and student services. That's why House File 1788 is well-timed. As we continue our drive for further energy efficiencies, it allows our campuses to jumpstart development of renewable energy options. We look forward to exploring the potential this bill offers, and if passed, we will consult with our campuses and use lessons learned from others in developing benchmarks, goals, and plans. And through this effort, we can advance a more sustainable energy position at our colleges and universities. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you, members. Are there questions? I don't see any questions. Oh, Representative Ball?
Thank you, Madam Chair. So my question will probably be the same as the last one, since they're very similar bills and everything, and that is, once again, I'd love to see us spend the money on specific projects. In particular, I would imagine we have a lot of older buildings which would benefit from refurbishment, insulating and things like that, so as to reduce the energy consumed by heating that building in the winter and cooling in the summer. And just wondering thoughts on how much of this will be spent on planning versus how much will be spent on projects.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And Representative, again, the intent of the bill is really to have new sources of renewable energy. And so there won't be a large portion of it focused on planning and on efficiencies. Really, it's intended for new renewables.
Madam Chair, so can you give me an example? Help me to understand what you mean by new sources of renewable energy.
So I think the examples that the university showed of putting solar over their parking lots or activities like that.
Okay. See, I don't think of that as new anymore, so I thought you had something new and exciting to share with us today. So,
No, nothing new.
okay. Madam Chair, so when you look at how to refurbish an older building, you're looking at possibly taking roof space for a solar array or whatever the case may be.
Potentially.
Okay,
We
thank you.
really wanted, instead of being overly prescriptive, wanted to leave that up to the colleges and universities, knowing that they know their campuses best.
Thank you.
Representative Swazinski.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And just kind of, this is a question to Minsky, kind of, as you look at your portfolio of cost, energy plays a part in it. Just kind of what percentage of is your energy cost as far as your cost structure? And then, what are you spending campuses wide on energy?
Sure. Madam Chair, Representative, we spend anywhere between about $31 to $33 million a year as a system. So that's been pretty consistent. We're starting to bend the curve downwards with the efficiencies. It varies. Our largest is usually St. Cloud State or MSU Mankato, and they spend around about $3 million a year, and it varies. I mean, to the smaller ones are pretty modest.
Madam Chair, and then from a cost efficiency standpoint, kind of what have you seen in reduction? So if you looked at per megawatt of use, what were you at? Are you lower? And then just kind of a snapshot in time. I'm guessing you don't have that, but looking back maybe 10 and 15 years ago on what you were spending on energy would be great compared to today, and usage. So what is 33 million today in megawatt use? And then what are your costs back then? And that would be great. So.
Madam Chair, Representative, I'll have to get back to you
Yes.
on those details, but roughly speaking, from our baseline in 2009, we've seen about a 13 to 14% reduction in overall consumption. So we can certainly get you those details.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
Representative Baker.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And again, I think I keep going back to the same question on some of these bills about the path of this bill. And again, I'm a little getting used to the new system with the new ways divisions. This says it's going to Ways and Means. Is this, in my opinion, should really have a stop at higher ed, so that folks on that committee can kind of dive in to see if this works with them as well. Can you update me on where this will go? Is it being laid over? What is the plan for this pathway, please?
I have talked to the chair of higher ed twice about this pair of bills, and because it is basically a funding bill at this point, the chair has said we do not need to see it. I mean, I talked to her as recently as yesterday, and again said, would you like to see this bill? And she was going to get back to me if she wanted to see it, and that did not happen. So we are going to lay this bill over for possible inclusion. And I would imagine the reasoning is that what we are doing, Representative Acoma is doing, is basically just offering money to the system and not changing policy. And for one, and that the money is to jumpstart some of the activities of the system. So it's not a change in that respect. So that was my conversation with the chair. So that's, I have had those conversations.
And Madam Chair, if I may, I think you are, it sounds like it anyway, you're sort of suggesting maybe it ought to go there because it's an important bill. It's up to the chairs, I get that. But with, again, with last night, with Leader Winkler's comments about moving one bill from one committee to Commerce because of the timelines, and we heard earlier today, there's bills that don't have the time to be heard, maybe in GovOps, that Representative Loeffler's bill just had. We are, the part I love about this process is the committees are where we dive in deep, and this is where we do the work. And I've heard that on the House floor from both sides of the aisle many times. It just seems like this year we are fast-tracking things that need more diving into. I appreciate your comments trying to maybe get a hearing in front of higher ed. I think it is important. I would agree with you if that was your intent, but I want us to be on camera and record saying, this is important stuff that we have to make sure other members get to see this before it might end up on the House floor or in a conference committee, Madam Chair.
Okay, I want to make it perfectly clear, I was not suggesting one way or the other to the chair of higher ed whether or not that committee needed to see it. What I did was show her the bills. I actually gave her the bills. But I think, I can't read her mind, and I'm not going to try to, but I can say that this bill does not change policy. It is only offering additional money for things that both systems are already doing. So given that, I mean, if it were a change in policy, I would totally say, yes, they need to see it, but we're not changing policy. So that is why it has nothing to do with fast tracking. It is just the normal course of business here. So we're into the normal course. Representative Bierman.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The question for the testifier, Mr. Ewing. We've learned in this committee that at a lot of high school sites that energy costs are as high as the second highest item in the budget. Can you tell me where energy costs stand on the University of Minnesota's overall budget, please?
Madam Chair,
mid-scale.
Representative Bierman, I'm not sure exactly where it slots in the overall. I can follow up and provide that. But to give you some context, the biggest item is usually personnel, instructional costs. And then following behind that are usually building costs. So I'm not sure exactly, in the rank order where energy lies, but it's up there. We can follow up and get that to you.
I appreciate that. I'm just, looking at the bill itself, I appreciate Representative Acom bringing this forward and understanding that university uses a lot of energy, and this is, it's a lot of money on one hand, but it's not a lot of money on the other hand, so there's only certain things you can do. And we are sending this out with sort of the implied trust that we often do for the university to use the funds wisely and to work toward this transition to renewable fuels, which is important for everybody in society. So the university spends a lot of money in, there was the talk about whether it's going to be actually for use on specific plans, and we're going to get a report, I understand, on what you decide to do with this money, so that's very good. But the university spends a lot of money on research as well, so if there's some planning involved, which you've had some talk about, I'm certainly okay with that. I mean, as far as the university goes, because that's what it takes. We use the university as a research institution from everything from conservation to medical research to pharmaceutical, health, studying soil science and agriculture. I heard on my way in that there was $5 million to study crop cover today, and that's all also very important. So I appreciate you bringing the bill forward, and thanks for your answers on that.
Thank you. I do not see Representative Swazinski, are you going to offer an amendment? No. Okay. Then I do not see further discussion. We're moving faster today than I anticipated. Thank you, Representative Acomb. You renew your motion that House File 1787 be laid over for possible inclusion.
And it's 1788.
1788, I'm sorry, we're getting confused.
Great.
Well, let's do a vote. It's as amended, and it's now going to be laid over for possible inclusion.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you.